think you'd be aware, in fact I certainly wasn't aware, but we are just 2 days away from World Tourism Day, observed by the United Nations World Tourism Organization to help bring awareness about critical issues in the tourism industry. Let's get to our travel editor, Monica Pitrelli, who I'm sure had World Tourism Day already in her diary many months ago. But what is this year's theme, Monica?
Now, well, to give you some context, Mandy, World Tourism Day began in 1980, and it's been celebrated on September 27th every year since then. Now, every year has a specific focus. This year, the agency has turned to one that it's never really focused on before in the past, and that's green investment, with the UNWTO saying now is the time to turn away, or at least look to something beyond traditional investment to ensure that we've got a sustainable travel industry going forward. Now, the agency estimates about 2/3 of foreign direct investment in the past 5 years has gone to hotel infrastructure. But it says other areas have opportunities as well, including entrepreneurship, technology, and innovation. Now, I spoke with the UNWTO Secretary General, Zurab Polilikashvili, about what his agency intends to do to help. Take a listen to what he had to say.
We are talking with different kind of partners from different fields. As you see, and if you know, and as you know, tourism is not only plane and hotel. Tourism is everything today, and that's why we want to create some kind of guidelines and to support investors how and where to invest. And we are helping them to identify what are the opportunities in the country to invest. And we just started last year with several countries. We have series of demands, and we are working individually with our member states to attract more and more in foreign direct investments. The next step will be a base of these guidelines to make roadshows in big capitals and big cities. One of them can be Singapore, London, Dubai, Doha, I don't know, I mean, in Europe, Paris, Madrid, and to make some concrete events, invest in concrete countries in tourism.
It was interesting to read about educational programs being started, or the hope of starting them in areas that, in countries that rely heavily on tourism. And I understand some of those programs could start as early as elementary school. Is that correct?
We need more schools, more universities, more business schools talking about and giving some concrete subjects in tourism. We started also talking with several governments to put tourism like a subject in elementary school. We prepared, and we will announce during our General Assembly this October with Cambridge University the concrete 2-year schools for kids tourism, because tourism covers everything: culture, tradition, geography, history. And this is also something new for us, and we want to people and to kids starting from childhood acknowledge how important tourism is.
Now, the World Tourism Organization says that education is mostly needed in emerging destinations, because it's at these places that it says about half of young workers are shut out from the tourism industry because of lack of opportunities and training. Now, it's also these areas that stand to see the greatest growth in tourists. The World Tourism Organization estimates an additional 50 million tourist international arrivals per year between now and 2030. Most of that young people, that's Gen Zs and millennials, and also about 88% of that coming from right here in Asia.
Monica, why is the UNWTO focusing on this issue of sustainable investment as it applies to the tourism industry and hospitality now?
Well, the agency says that it really views the pandemic as being an opportunity. It calls it a pandemic awakening. Now, we know that travelers definitely are wanting more sustainable options. And according to the agency, this presents a huge opportunity, because if change is underfoot, well, then that is ripe for companies to come in to try to fill that gap. Now, we still see most of the investments coming into the hotel industry, and for good reason. Hotels are estimated to cause about 1% of all global global carbon emissions. But there are other opportunities. The World Tourism Organization focusing a lot on people, saying not only in training, like we heard the Secretary General talking about, training as early as elementary school, but also in entrepreneurship. The tourism industry is one industry that employs more women, and it hopes to see more female-led companies and female-owned companies going forward.
That's a really critical point that you make, Monica, in terms of seeding a local industry and training, retraining, and the skills are just so critical and central to that development. Thank you very much indeed.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.